Okay, I'm gonna set out a few sets for coon here. The set that I use is a bucket. Okay, so anyway, you got yourself your regular little 220. These ones are Bridgers. I also have Duke. Check to make sure you got the right 220s, that you can use them for Raccoon on land. Certain 220s you can't use anymore. Anyway, and what I do, the biggest difference is that trigger. Okay, instead of having it straight up, what happens is the Raccoon reaches in. And when they reach in, they hit the trigger, they slap them on the hand, they pull out, they run away, and that's it. So if you put the trigger like that, that'll increase your catch by tenfold. Okay, then you see what I do is, okay, the way I do the bucket, these are 16-liter square bucket, I think is what they're called. So you can see I've got the notches on each side. I just do that with a chainsaw, you don't have to be fancy about it. And then I put a little hole right here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll set this up and I'll show you how. You can see how the trap sits in there, and I'll just set it up here with the bait and a trap, and I'll get right back. Okay, so I take a can of sardines. These are just your Brunswick in soya oil. Okay, I just crack the tab like that and pour all the juice into the bucket. Okay, then I have a little piece of wire. It's only 6 inches long. Bend it in half, like so, and hook onto the sardine can, and then I push both ends up through that little hole. This is a lot more difficult with one hand only. Okay, push it through the one hole, and then on this side I just take them and bend them over, which would be a lot easier if I had two hands. Okay, so bend it over, and now what you have is the sardines hanging there. Okay, it's done for two reasons. Number one, mice. The mice will get in there, they will eat all your bait. Number two, for the raccoon. The raccoon's going to come around, and there's a chance that he does this with the bucket before he goes in it. See how that bait stays in there? He doesn't get a free meal unless he goes in it to get it. Okay, then you just take your set, 220, stand that up. I always put the trigger, the safety's off. I always put the trigger on the bottom and just slide it into place. And there you go. And then I wire up the chain and to the handle and then to something solid. This case I got a couple rebar stakes because I'm going to set them right here in the ditch beside a culvert and there's no trees. So that's it. That's raccoon trapping. Effective? Yep. 70 in 9 days running 24 of these. So I'll give you an idea how well it works. They work the best if you put them right beside the water, like 6 inches from the edge of the water, right along the edge of the water where the raccoon trail is. Put them right there. Gang set for raccoons, they travel in groups, so I'll put 2 here and see what happens. This will catch everything from your great big, 30+ pound great big buggers all the way down to the young ones of the year. They're not picky. So you'll get lots of raccoons using this, and that should be about it. Oh, and they're easy to check too because they're white. They're also easy for trap thieves to find. So if you're going to set them, make sure you don't have too many thieves around, or put them in a place that people won't find them. I leave the buckets white. Seems that white works the best. I've talked to a few people who've camouflaged their bucket to keep thieves away, and they don't work. It's weird. It's got to be a white bucket. So other than the trap thief, you got nothing to worry about. The raccoons love these buckets. So that's raccoon trapping.